if I can get into the truck camping spot that I'd like to. Yesterday I got stuck trying to get there because the mud's a little deep, and so we're going to pack up here shortly and try to head back out to that spot, thinking one more day of sun on it, would be all right to make the road firm up. But we'll see. I really want to go fly fish that spot though, because I know it's got a lot of water right now. And when that spot has a lot of water, it's really good fly fishing. And it's brown trout, and it's actually the same place that I went to with Meadow. Gosh, probably about. Hey, come over here, sweetie. When was that? It was like 3 weeks ago, I guess, when we went out fly fishing. So come here, girl, over here. Let me go chase her down. So look at these cool pine trees behind me. Hey, what's up, Hank? How you doing, brother? Things are good here. I'm camping in this huge ponderosa pine forest. It's really nice out here. And then Meadow's over here. Let me show you. She's running off in the distance, right? Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing, man? So she's running off over in the distance there. But check out how big these trees are. These trees are massive. I love camping over in an area like this. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Let's go this way. What are you doing over here? She's doing great on the road. She's like totally. Sorry about that. When someone calls, the volume kind of clicks out for a second, so we got to wait about 10 seconds. Meadow, come on. We're going this way, punk. Let's get you some treats. Come on, over here. Come here, girl. Hey, how's it going, Vivian? How you doing? Zoe, how you doing? Let's see, mix it up, Kenny. How's it going, brother? Come on, Meadow. Let's get some treats. Meadow, over here. Come on. Let's go this way. Come here. Here she comes. Check this out. Well, you come running when I say the word treats, don't you? Just like any dog. But it's a real nice day here. It's supposed to get up to like, I think, let's see here. I think it's supposed to get up to almost 70 up in this part of the mountains today. Hey, what's up, Glenn? How you doing? And so it's supposed to be a real nice weather, and I figured perfect for fly fishing. And I think with just a little bit of extra sun on the roads out here, I think we'll be in good shape. So, all right, checking out the slide out extension. Everything's going good with it. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Pretty basic, just basically a sleeping setup, and still need to like sand down the rest of the walls there and stuff like that from where the sun and water damage really got to it, with it just sitting outside. But I do want to put up the shelves up here, one on this side and then one over on this side. Hey, what's up, nature girl? And then one on this side here, and then probably also too like a side table. But Meadow's getting so big that hey, what's up, Mike? That's cool, man. You're on your lunch break. Hope everything's going good today for you. The Meadow's getting so big so fast. I don't know how much longer we'll be sleeping side by side, because there's not enough room. And so you're asking if I double up the sleeping pad. No, not yet. I mean, I have to lay on it to see how comfortable it is. But right now I've just got it spread out amongst the whole thing. And then I have a yoga mat underneath where I lay too, just because my hip has a tendency, or my shoulder has a tendency to kind of like dig into the bed of the truck. And I've got the bed rug in there, but I don't have any padding underneath it. And so it's, it's nice to have that extra yoga mat. It's one of those extra thick ones, which is really comfortable. Check out my redneck Starlink mount. I just wedged it down there where my propane tank thing is. So I'm sure people driving by going, what's up with that dude's place? Here I have I've got like the hobo look with all the cool license plates. Then I've got more over here, and then I've got some on the front side too. And then I for the roof, I'm still just doing, for the meantime, I'm just doing the blanket over it, and then the little fold down window in the back. So yeah, with Brad and Lily, I heard about how Lily got hit by that other dog. I guess it was a rescue dog that somebody had just rescued. And yeah, that's too bad. I hope Lily, I think she'll be okay. I was looking at Brad's post this morning. But You know, that's the one thing too about traveling with dogs is that you never know when that could happen. That happened to Sierra. She got her neck ripped open, and it was like a $2,000 surgery. To it was like this whole area here was ripped open, wide open. You could see like her tendons and stuff like that. And we were up near Flagstaff. A German Shepherd ripped into her neck, and it just sucks when that happens on the road, you know, or it just anytime because you just feel helpless when your dog is getting attacked, you know, by another dog. So that sucks for Brad to go through that. But luckily, he's, you know, and he's near an area that he knows a lot of people and can lean on those folks if he needs to during this time while he's, you know, getting Lily back up to par. So one thing that's nice about camping in the middle of nowhere, though, is this little one I don't think is ever going to see a whole lot of other dogs, you know, around camp. We've had dogs around the property, and she's doing well socializing with dogs. She really is, and she's also socializing with people. When we were at the Toyota dealership, getting a few things worked on with the truck, I mean, she did great, and so she's really good in that regard. But just out on when you know when you're on public land, it's just different feel. You know, you don't know what the dogs that are coming up to you. Everybody always says, "Oh yeah, my dog's friendly," and then you know, I'm sure that they probably are friendly, but you know, there are situations where dogs just don't get along, you know, and going and dealing with that, you know, when we were on the road, we had just got to like the Flagstaff Sedona area, Sierra and me for that season, and then she got laid up with that, which was gnarly. But then she just came right back and was jamming again. So we got somebody driving by here. Sounds like somebody's coming over with the white truck over there. But check this out. This is the forest is starting to green up. You can see how it's starting to green up a little bit. And finally, it seems like the winter is subsiding here, and then in the areas close to my place where I can fly fish for the summer. And so, I think that she's loving that pine cone. Yeah, Mike, dude, she loves to chew on those things. She's like super big fan of it. So, yeah, we got some rancher driving by over there. This is all Forest Service trails back in here, and it leads to these really big ponderosa pine forests. And so it's kind of cool to camp in these. There's surprisingly a lot of room in between them. You could probably just drive a vehicle through here if you're just, you know, turning a bunch. Because these trees are spread out so far apart, so you can see stuff, which is cool. Yesterday, we saw a bunch of elk right as we got into this area. There's like probably about almost 20 elk, I think, that were in this spot, and then they ran across the road right as we showed up, which was pretty cool. And she was freaking out. She was just thought it was the coolest thing on the planet for to see all those big elk and everything. Look at those ears. Oh, she's growing. She's getting big though. I mean, she's so whoops. Last week when we were at Prescott's Paws and Claws, I had her weighed, and she came in at 31 pounds, and she feels substantially heavier today than she did last week. And so I think she's gonna blow past 40-pound mark, and you know, we'll see how big she gets. Hopefully not too big though, because I'd love to still have her sleep with me in the truck topper. But you know, it's one of those things that if she gets to be too big, it's you know it's uncomfortable in there. Then we'll have to figure out something else. I mean, the back seat's plenty good for her. I think she'd just want to be in the truck topper because like ever since I got her, she's just slept right by my side. So, but yeah, Meadow, she is a beauty, Don. She's cute little one. She's really fun on the road. She likes to sit in my lap a lot when we drive down the freeway, which is kind of dangerous and I think against the law. So I try to limit that as much as possible. But what we'll also do is when we're in town, whenever I get back in my truck after going to run errands, whether it's like at the grocery store or you know running a laundromat, even if I'm gone for just 5 minutes, I'll get back in the truck and she has to sit in my lap when I start the vehicle. And then once the vehicle starts, she'll get out of my lap and go back to the place where she sits. So she's she's got some pretty funny. I've got my friend Darren keeps calling. Um, when that happens, it cuts out the volume here. So let's give it a second for it to kick back in. Let's see. Somebody was asking, how's the pollen out here? It's not bad, at least not yet. It's gonna get the juniper pollen's gonna start going, you know, pretty like a lot soon. But where I'm at, I mean, we're just now getting out of winter, and just now having nights where it's above freezing at night. And so the pollen will start kicking up soon. And up in this area, it's a little bit different because if you look around, it's a bunch of pine trees. And so that's what this whole forest is up here. It's just nothing but these massive ponderosa pines. So they've got a little bit different of a pollination. I mean, it's not nearly as much as the junipers, but man, the junipers are bad. When I first moved here, I was like, I thought I kept on seeing like junipers putting out smoke, and I was like, man, there's like you'll see a juniper, and all of a sudden this puff of smoke will come out of it. It's like they're almost catching on fire or something. People are like, no, that's their pollen. That when they eject pollen, it's like literally a cloud that goes through the air. It's that much pollen, so it's crazy. Look at what we got here. We got the monster devouring her pine cone. She's getting after it. She likes to just chew them apart. She doesn't eat them, which is good. But she chews them apart and spits them out. Another thing that's cool about big forests like this with the ponderosa pines is the entire forest is covered with a blanket of huge pine needles. Because let's see here. I can show you. Let's do it right here. You see how long these pine needles are, you know, coming off the branch. I mean, they're like 5 times as long as a pinyon pine. And so, so when you look at the ground here, you've got all this stuff. It's just kind of nice. It kind of makes like a carpet on the ground. The only thing is that when a forest fire starts, this can really get cranking. So, but these pine cones are the best fire starters that you can have. The ponderosa pine cones. They light up real fast, and the sap inside of them just goes crazy, and they stay lit for a long time. So these are kind of nice to take with you, and just to have with you if you're going to be romping around the area. I mean, there's plenty of them sitting on the ground right now, but if you go down to a lower elevation, it goes to a canyon overlook, and there's no trees down there, so you can take those down for your fire starter. And look how big they are. I mean, they're big. So let's see here. So you're saying Serenity? Yeah, ticks are they're not a problem up here. I mean, I've never look at Meadow. Oh, she's just stopped right here, right next to us. But no, there's no ticks up here, which is nice, and a little bit of flies and a few mosquitoes, like near the ponds. We went and checked out one pond yesterday. Fly fished for a little bit, but didn't catch anything. But saw some pretty big rises. I think that pond though that I was at, it's gonna require like a floaty device. So if I get a little inflatable boat or something like that, I'm looking at one right now from Sea Eagle. It's the Sea Eagle 7. So, oh, here we go. Hang on. We got cuteness overload going on at the moment. What are you doing, girl? This what you're looking for? Ow, got my thumb. Oh, but anyway, so yeah, I almost got stuck yesterday. I'll show you. Got quite a bit of mud on the truck. We got into a section that I was going down a road that I was actually going down the wrong road. And it's a road that leads to a spring as opposed to leading to this pond that I wanted to fly fish. So I think the other road that leads to the pond, it's traveled more, so it's more compact down. And I think we'll be able to get close. I don't know if we'll be able to get all the way there. But that's where I was planning to go yesterday. And then like when I got out of there, I got stuck 3 times. Had to dig myself out of the mud and then put like, wood and like I put like branches and stuff like that underneath it. And then backed out. Did that 3 times, and I was like, man, I am out of this spot. Then we came down here because I know this spot's wide open, and so I knew it would be a place to camp, and that it would, we get some sun in the morning to recharge the batteries. But then the plan for the rest of the day, though, is try to get into that spot that I wanted to go fly fish, because I think that the road, like I was saying, it should be a little bit more compact going down there, and that way the mud and stuff like that, it'll be bad, but it won't be impassable, So, but here's how the slide out extension's looking for those that are just tuning in. Everything's going good with it. Let me flip this around. Everything's going good with it. And yeah, Sacred Stone cards. This is Northern Arizona. And there's still around here, but it's just mainly like on the south facing slopes. The north facing slopes. The south facing slopes they're all thought out by now. But we'll probably do, if I can get into a spot over in the section where we're going to go fly fish today, if I can get our truck into a spot where we have you know, full like a view of like the northern sky to make the Starlink work, then I'll bust it out and we'll I'll show you that area over there. That area over there is going to be really pretty right now because there's a bunch of streams that flow through this area, and they dammed up one spot and made a pond out of it, and that's where a bunch of brown trout and I think brook trout, and there's also a few rainbows in there, but basically brown trout though. So that's where we're going to go today, and we'll try to get a live going on over there, but. One more time, I'm just going to show you the interior, and then we're going to start packing up and head over there. So this is what I'm rocking in here. Just real basic. You know, I got my coffee making stuff with me. For now, just using a blanket to go over the top of the truck top here, because I'm just using the glass gate that comes down, just landing on top of this, and it's working fine. And then looking in here, it's just basically a big old bed with a bunch of pillows. Nice and comfortable. And just using the Hess sleeping pad, so that works out well. And then this old sleeping bag right here, this is an old Cabela's sleeping bag. I used to use these all the time with Sierra to winter camp, but they rip out. They've got a flannel interior, which are really comfortable, but they rip out over time. So I use those to just kind of put it down and you know, create like my floor here. And then that way, what you can do is you can you can pull the canvas sleeping bag out and just shake it out and then put it back in there, and you like cleaned everything. You don't have to vacuum. So that's why I put my sleeping pad underneath and stuff like that. I don't leave it on top because then you get your sleeping pad all dirty, and those are kind of hard to wash, you know. But the sleep, I do like the way that this has turned out though. I need to get this side dialed in over here with stuff. Over on this side, I'll show you just real fast. This is kind of what I did for the side. I made it to where down here, the when you pull this in and out, it has a tendency to catch on this piece of, you can see it right here. They call this the bed rug, and it can start pulling it back, and then it makes it to where it jams. So that's why I put metal on here so it slides real easy on that, as so it won't catch on anything. But I do have some cool old license plate, like this one from Colorado from 1950. This one, which says house car on it, from Indiana, which is 1964. And then this one from Idaho, which is a 1938 plate, which is pretty cool. And then over on this side, let's see. Oh, yeah, I got one from Missouri from 1976, and then Oklahoma from 1975. So I got some older ones on here, which is cool. And, you know, we're going to add a few more on it. Put a bunch of weight on this. So I think that that's probably what I'll do, is just put canvas on that and call it good. Take this off and, you know, get it cleaned up a little bit, and then just put that on there. And the nice thing about that is you can take a vacuum cleaner over that canvas, and when you roll through areas that have like a bunch of dust and it gets dusty on there, you just go through and you hit it up with a little like, you know, vacuum cleaner session, and it's good to go again. Hey Meadow, come over here, girl. She just walked over this way. Let's go over and grab her, and then we're gonna duck out of the live stream here and go see if we can access the other spot. Come on, Meadow. We're going this way, girl. What you doing? Come here. Come here. She's right here. Come on, let's go this way. Come here. Just throw anything towards her and she'll play fetch. I gotta figure out how to get her energy into me. She's throwing it up in the air and catching it now. Check this out. What do you think? You want this one? What about this one? All right, you ready? All right, there you go. All right. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack up the truck. And like I said, if we can get into a cool spot over there, then we'll do a live stream. And the only thing is, I know that the forest over there, the canopy is real tight, and sometimes it's hard to get, you know, any sort of north-facing spot. I had quite a few that rolled through the area, and they went. They came. They like when we pulled up, there were a bunch here, and they ran across the street. Then after we got set up, and it got to be dark, I heard them coming back through. So it was pretty awesome. All right, everybody, we're gonna log off. We'll see you here in a few. I'll get the next live stream set up. We'll try to do it by 4 p.m. But I got to figure out how to get over there first and not get stuck in the mud. So if I can't, well, no matter what, I'll pull over somewhere at 4 o'clock and we'll get one set up. But hopefully it'll be over at the spot where I can show you like the little pond area, and and hopefully fly fish a little bit. So all right, we'll see you later.